apologize for my absence over the last few months. My husband and I kind of decided at a whim that we were going to sell our house and buy a new one. And so I spent most of my summer trying to focus on getting our old house sold and then, planning on moving into the new one and getting that all set up. And so it was really chaotic. And then literally 2 weeks after we moved in, we had an 8-day vacation plan. So we moved in, unpacked what we needed to get by for those 2 weeks, went on our vacation, came home, and then had to unpack everything. And it's just been chaos ever since. So I do apologize. I am not going to be reviewing any more for sisterwigs.com as I had been previously. They kind of decided to go a different route with their reviewers that I wasn't really down to do. And so I just kind of decided, my time there is done. So it will just be me from this point on. And speaking of reviews, let's get into today's. I am wearing Columbia by Belle Tress in the color Chocolate with Caramel. You can tell it's a very warm brunette shade. It almost looks a little bit red, which it only looks red in certain lights, not all the time. So, but this has a little bit of, I wouldn't even say highlights. It's got a medium brown base, a warmer medium brown base, and then it seems to have just kind of a caramel color blended. I would say blended more than highlighted. And then you can see it does have the dark rooting. And a lot of people like to call this rooting dark brown. It's not, it's fucking black. I don't care what anyone says. This is black. That is not dark brown. Here, I'll try and get in closer. And then you can even see here, when I pull this back, like this is black. This is black. It might even look a little bit warmer, or a little bit lighter because I've got like sun beating in these blinds here. But anyways, one thing that I adore about this wig, in my opinion, this is the perfect just beachy wave bob that everybody wants. Because if you see here, it's got kind of these like deconstructed waves where the ends are pointing downward rather than curled. Something like your, John Renault Julianne, that one's got curly ends, or even the Belle Tress, what is that one called? Not the Vienna Roast, there's another one. I can't, the name of it's slipping me, but it's got curled ends too, where I like this one just sort of looks, to me, more natural. It doesn't look so much like you took a curling iron and made the waves out of that. But one other thing that I absolutely love, and I think this is just Belle Tress wigs in general, because I haven't experienced it with anybody else, but their fibers, these are the most human hair-like fibers that I have seen in any of the manufacturers. They're very fine and they're so soft. So soft. I mean, you could touch this and never know that this was synthetic hair. And it is heat friendly, so you can use up to, I want to say 350 degrees on it. Don't quote me because I'm not 100% sure, but usually that's kind of the norm is 350. But she is heat friendly, so if for whatever reason you wanted to get rid of the waves, why would you? You can do that. However, once you use heat on this, you are never going to get this original wave pattern back, ever. It's gone. I'm sure some people might want to add some waves or some curls. That's fine if you want to do that. You do what you want. But I really kind of like her as is. She is a bob, however, she doesn't really have a gradient, so you're not going to have the shorter back and the longer front like you do with some of them. But she does have a little bit of layering. Oh, it's kind of hard to find here. Oh, over here it's a little more visible. So you do have some shorter layers, and this gives it really nice just texture and shape. And then the other thing that I adore about these fibers is they're extremely lightweight, and I think Belle Tress and Aesthetica have the top 2 most comfortable caps out of any of the manufacturers that I've seen. But because the fibers are so light, it just makes the cap that much more comfortable to wear because it's so lightweight. But also, as we all know, I'm a product of the 80s, so I love big hair. But you can definitely bring her back down to earth. If you wanted something that's a more toned down kind of look, you can absolutely do that. Bring her closer down to your head. Or if you're like me, fluff that shit up. Give me my big hair any day of the week. I like having the huge hair. And what's funny is you can make her like really voluminous, and this is not a lot of hair, guys. This is not a lot of hair on this wig at all. It's actually a very realistic density. But I love that I can just sort of get the 80s metal hair going. Oh, I just love this one so much. This, to me, this is my go-to if I'm looking for a wavy style. Belle Tress, absolutely. And it's also a really good length for wintertime because, you know, in the winter, especially if you live in the states that get cold during the winter, you're wearing a lot of sweaters, you're wearing a lot of hoodies and scarves and things like that. They're gonna cause your longer wigs to tangle really badly. And this one is the perfect length because it's not short, you know, it's shoulder length, but it doesn't hang down too much. So it's not gonna, you're not gonna have a lot of rubbing on your collar or on your hoods or your scarves, not so much as you would with your longer wigs, obviously. And then she does have a left side monofilament part. Not a super ton of parting space. I don't know, I can't even feel the edge. Maybe right here. So not a ton of parting space, but enough that you can, you know, play with it. Let me go ahead and do a 360 for you so you can see her from all sides. Seriously, I love these waves. Love them. Love them. Here she is from the front. And my left side. And I have that weird beam of sunlight coming in. I apologize. I don't know how to make it go away. I'm still trying to figure out where in this room I need to position my you know, reviews so that way I don't have this, like, what the hell is this? My right side. And the back. And you can see she's really got great movement. She moves really well. And again, part of that's because she's so lightweight and these fibers are really fine fibers. What is this, Ray? This is so annoying. And then I think, I can't remember if I already showed you the lace front or not, but she does have those darker knots. Oh yes, I did, because we talked about the concealer, didn't we? But the fibers are very realistic, so much so that I can tuck it behind my ear and I don't get that elf ear effect. You know what I'm talking about, where like the ear tabs and all the hair kind of like pushes your ears straight out and it just looks absolutely ridiculous. You don't have that with her. So you can see, like, my ear is not sticking out at all. I mean, it's laying pretty flat to the side of my head, but I can also tuck her and get her away from my face and it's not super annoying. Although, see, the problem is my bio hair because it does this shit. I can't wait till it grows out just long enough where it stays behind my ear. But I can tuck both sides behind my ears. And again, I don't have the elf ear going on this side either. I just absolutely adore these Belle Tress fibers. Oh, you guys, you have no idea. Well, maybe some of you do, if you've worn Belle Tress before. The only thing that I don't like about Belle Tress, just as a manufacturer, is that their color palette sucks. They've got maybe 12 to 15 or so colors. All of them have this awful, or at least all the ones I've noticed, have this awful dark rooting, which I would say for a lot of people is fine, but not everyone can pull off dark brown, black, whatever you want to call it, roots. Some people just can't pull that off. If you're really light complected, it's going to look really wiggy on you because the color's not going to look natural. I wish that they would come out with some more ashy kind of colors or cooler tones. It seems like a lot of the colors are very warm, and I can sort of pull off warm. Like even here, I mean, I just have a very cool skin tone. And so like you can tell this is obviously not my natural hair color, but I mean, I don't really care, but I think, you know, there are a lot of people out there who want it to look as natural as possible because they don't want people to know they wear wigs. Me, everyone knows I show up to work one day blonde and the next day I'm brunette, one day short hair, next day long hair. No one cares. But anyways, this is definitely my go-to if I'm feeling a beachy wave, or if, you know, like today I've got a hood, so I don't want anything that's going to tangle very easily. And then I actually wore this wig to a concert. My sister and I went and saw Warrant, and oh my gosh, Great White was the other band. And it was nice because this was just, to me, it's like very metal looking hair. I don't know. But I was able to headbang and she didn't go anywhere. She does have those bra strap kind of adjustable straps on her, which are kind of nice. However, the thing that sucks about those is that when you go to put her on each time, you almost have to readjust them and play with it to get the size right again because they sort of move on their own. This is my second Columbia wig. This is not fresh out of the box. I've worn this one maybe like 3 times or 4 times so far. And then I do try to comb her a little bit throughout the day. I have just this guy here, wide bristle comb. I think I got it for like $2 at Sally's, and I use it all the time. It's huge, so it doesn't fit my purse very well, but I take it with me everywhere whenever I wear any of my curly or wavy wigs. And just to kind of keep them fresh throughout the day and try to prevent all the tangling. I do have, let me grab my other Columbia wig just so I can show you. My other one I had for maybe, and I wore that often. I mean, I still have bio hair that I can pull up, and I have one of those little synthetic bun things that I throw it up in just on days I don't feel like doing anything. But I probably wore that wig a few days a week, weekly for 10 months, maybe 9 or 10 months. And it also got pretty tangled at the nape a lot because at that time I didn't realize, okay, I need to be doing, you know, the combing a few times a day. So I would comb it once or twice and be done with it, and it kind of made it look like shit. I did for a while try to smooth out the ends of it because it was really just the ends of the hair that looked like shit. So I did try to smooth them out a little bit with a curling iron or a straightener, but after you do that too many times, you start giving the waves like a weird look because they don't look the way that they did when it came from the factory. But let me grab that real quick just to show you. You can kind of see what I mean. The ends, just see how frizzy they look? And the fibers are clearly stretched out. I mean, it's still, like, I would still wear this if I was, like, I don't know, working in the yard or something. But yeah, you can see here. That looks really shitty. But yeah, if I was going to work out, if I was going to go do yard work or something like that, my husband will watch this and laugh and be like, you don't do any yard work. But I do, I really do, I swear. So yeah, I would wear that as like a workout wig or something like that. There's that stupid fucking line again. I would use it for that, but I would not wear that, you know, out to dinner with my friends or something because it just looks shitty. It looks bad and frizzy and yucky and whatever. So anyways, she does have, I forgot to mention the cap construction. She does have the monofilament part, and then she's wefted on the sides and the back. So aside from even just being so lightweight, she's also very cool to wear. I do wear this a lot in the summertime. But she's also very cool to wear because you got good airflow going through her. And then the lace is temple to temple. So here to here. But definitely love her. She is absolutely one of my go-to wigs. I think she looks great if I wear darker colors like today. I definitely wear her when I wear darker colors just because I think the contrast kind of, because she's got that warmth which works in my favor at that time. So anyways, this is Columbia by Belle Tress in the color Chocolate with Caramel. I'm Kay, and if you have not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Also give this video a like, and I'll see you next time.